Fact of the matter is that still agriculture remains the employer for 45% of our population. It is the employer 45. Almost half of our population relies on agriculture for their livelihood, for their employment. So this sector has been neglected very badly.
ASA ਰਣਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੋ ਏਰੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਐਕਸੀਡੈਂਟ ਜਾਂ ਕੋਈ 112 ਤੇ ਕਾਲ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਰਾਹਗੀਰ ਦੱਸ ਕੇ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਆ ਉਹ ਤੁਰੰਤ ਅਸੀਂ ਮੌਕੇ ਤੇ ਪਹੁੰਚੀਦਾ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਫਸਟ ਏਡ ਕਰੀਦਾ। ਫਸਟ ਏਡ ਕਰਕੇ ਜੋ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਜ਼ਖਮੀ ਹੋਵੇ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਹਸਪਤਾਲ ਚ ਆਇਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਐਂਬੂਲੈਂਸ ਜੋ ਲੇਟ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਆਪਣੀ ਗੱਡੀ 'ਚ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਹਸਪਤਾਲ ਚ ਲਿਜਾਇਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਮੈਡੀਕਲ ਕਿੱਟ ਆ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਸਾਰਾ ਹੈਗਾ, ਐਕਸੀਡੈਂਟ ਦਾ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਹੈਗਾ ਬਣਦੀ ਕਾਰਵਾਈ ਉੱਥੇ ਕਰੀਦੀ ਆ। ਜੋ ਕੋਨਾ ਲਾਈ ਦੀਆਂ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਐਕਸੀਡੈਂਟ ਦੀ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਤੇ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਸਾਈਡ ਤੇ ਕਰਾ ਕੇ ਮੁੜ ਕੇ ਫਿਰ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਰੋਡ ਨੂੰ ਰੈਗੂਲਰ ਕਰੀਦਾ ਹੈ।
ਮੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਕਾਂਸਟੇਬਲ ਨੀਰ ਮੁਹੰਮਦ। ਸਾਨੂੰ 112 ਪਰ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਕਾਲ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਆ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਸ ਥਾਂ ਤੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ। 15-7 ਮਿੰਟ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਕੇ ਉਸ ਥਾਂ ਤੇ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਆ, ਹਾਲਾਤ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਆ। ਜੇਕਰ ਕੋਈ ਜ਼ਖਮੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਐਂਬੂਲੈਂਸ ਦੀ ਮਦਦ ਨਾਲ ਹਸਪਤਾਲ ਪਹੁੰਚਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ। ਅਗਰ ਕੋਈ ਐਂਬੂਲੈਂਸ ਲੇਟ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਗੱਡੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਹਸਪਤਾਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ।
ਸੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਲਾਈ ਆ ਹੁਣ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਐਕਸੀਡੈਂਟ ਹੋ ਜੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਨੰਬਰ ਡਾਇਲ ਕਰਕੇ 112 ਦਾ ਕਿ 7 ਮਿੰਟਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਐਕਸੀਡੈਂਟ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੋਵੇ ਸੜਕ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲੇ ਗੈਸ ਕਟਰ ਨੇ, ਰੱਬ ਨਾ ਕਰੇ ਕੋਈ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹਾ ਐਕਸੀਡੈਂਟ ਹੋਇਆ ਪਿਆ ਬੰਦਾ ਫਸ ਗਿਆ ਹੋਵੇ, ਟਾਕੀ ਵੱਢਣੀ ਹੋਵੇ, ਫਸਟ ਏਡ ਦਾ ਸਮਾਨ ਹੈ, ਟੋਚਨ ਹੈ।
Has been neglected very badly, not in the during past years, but even in this budget. And this government has little to offer to the farmers and the farming community or the labor community of this country in this budget. And sir, the present regime has a very skewed approach towards the farming community and in favor of the few mega corporate houses, and therefore it did not offer any relief to the farmers as regard to the legal guarantee on MSP, waiving of loans of farmers and the farming laborers, and not lifting or withdrawing GST on the farming equipments and machinery, and not giving a robust farm insurance or crop insurance scheme in the budget, sir. So it has totally failed to address to the grievances of our farming community. And there is a lot of unrest all over the country, which is evident from the ongoing agitations all over the country, and and thousands of farmers are committing suicide every year across the country, and we're talking. So because the farming has become unsustainable and not unrenewable, without it is an unprofitable proposition. So more and more people are going out of farming, and there is no industrial growth, corresponding industrial growth to absorb this surplus force, because of the government has not paid any attention on the development of MSME sectors, which can create jobs for the people who are leaving farming. So that's the result, that there is a ever time high unemployment for the last 60 years in the country. It is a result of this gross unemployment situation that the sons and daughters of Punjab farmers, Haryana farmers, or western UP farmers are going to greener pastures at the cost of their lives, and they are being humiliated. The way they were sent back to Amritsar airport in a most humiliating and insulting manner, that shows that this government, which promised 2 crore jobs every year, has failed on this front very badly, and the youth of the country is in the total dark with total hopelessness, and they are compelled to leave their homes, their land, their parents, and go thousands of kilometers away to earn their livelihood. It is because of this government criminal neglect towards the farming sector and problems of the farmers, in spite of the fact that a long agitation took place where 800 farmers lost their lives, but it didn't concern our honorable finance minister to give some relief to the farmers. It did even pay a proper lip service. What all it did was it promised some paltry soaps like increasing loan limits without promising any real help to the farmer who is already indebted to the unsustainable level, sir. It is nothing less than rubbing salt on the wounds when it talks of, quote unquote, building and rural prosperity and resilience, quote unquote, by skilling and investment and bringing newer global technologies, again unquote. This is a plan more for a big agro corporations and companies like Bayer, Amazon, Google, and then a plan for debt-ridden Indian farmers, sir. So, sir, there are no provisions on the agro-based and value-added industry in the regions of green revolution to capture global markets, as is being done by China, Israel, and many Scandinavian countries. There are no budgetary plans to mitigate the suffering of rural India. So this budget on the agrarian front is a total trash, total failure, and does not represent the aspiration of farmers, the majority of our Indian populace. So, sir, because of the anti-farmer policies of the present government, as I already told you, that thousands of farmers are committing suicide every year, and further, because of farming being unsustainable and not a profitable profession, the farmers are leaving their lands, and they are not finding any suitable employment in the industry because industrial development is very sluggish, and MSME sector is not developing at a pace where farmers can be, the surplus labor, surplus force from the farming sector can be absorbed. So the growth there is abysmal, rather negative. So it is a great crisis where our farming community has landed into because of continuous neglect of this sector for the last 10 years. Sir, now let me talk on the small and medium, small and medium enterprises, sir. MSME, I believe, is a backbone of our Indian economy in a country like India, which is very thickly populated. The labor-intensive industry, which can only be the small and medium-scale industry, the corporate sector is not creating any jobs. There is 10,000 crore factory. There are machines only, computers only. There are assembly lines. 10,000 crore factory generates 500 jobs, whereas jobs lie in Ludhiana and Punjab, for example, in Kanpur and UP, for example, and such hundreds of such towns and cities across the country where MSME sector has been regularly, continuously neglected at the cost of few mega corporates, and which is dying away gradually.